right, I'm coming to you on September 17th for the Pisces full moon energy that we are building our way into. And I was just thinking about it could be water anomalies, and it just started like pouring. I started hearing it on my metal roof going. I didn't even know it was supposed to rain tonight. So that's totally Pisces, guys. So I'm going to share the Sabian symbol. We're going to do an intuitive read for the collective energy for the full moon in Pisces, which is a mutable water sign. It is taking place September 20th at, let me get my eyes on, 7:55 p.m. So this weekend, the moon will move into Pisces on the 18th, Saturday, so just a day before, and it is happening at the latter degrees of Pisces. So the moon in Pisces has a great sensitivity and perceptiveness around your surroundings. So the Pisces energy always needs to, any of the water signs, needs to have an awareness within them of where their energy begins and where somebody else's ends or begins, because especially the mutable energy of Pisces, you know, very emotional, very psychic, very intuitive on the higher aspect. And so it's important for us to not get enmeshed in somebody else's energy. That can lead to codependency. So you can experience feelings of insecurity, be passive, and only wait and see what happens in your life. If you engage in creative and spiritual search, you will benefit from great imagination of Pisces. So that's the benefit. That's the higher aspect. The organs that Pisces is affiliated with is the feet, the toes, the pineal gland, the endorphins, and melatonin. So this full moon in Pisces, the sun is in the opposite sign of Virgo at 28 degrees, and the moon will be at 28 degrees 13 minutes as well. So that's what this is. The sun is illuminating its full energy onto this receptive water sign of Pisces. And the Pisces energy, just going to pull up my card here. The energy is wistful. So Pisces energy can be this person that's super compassionate, always holding space for others. Make sure you're filling your own cup first. It's always beneficial to look at your chart to where you have what you have in Pisces, which signs, which house it is, and it is just pouring. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Totally Pisces energy. Didn't even know it was supposed to rain. The energy of Pisces, again, is very compassionate and forgiving. It confuses and softens resolve. So this is the lower aspect of Pisces, is that enmeshment. You know, being so compassionate, so enmeshed in other people that you don't have the realization within you of where your energy ends and where somebody else's begins. So make sure any type of water ceremony would be beneficial. Increase your water that you drink, again, because we have a lot of Schumann energy. Today on the 17th, we experienced a very high K index, which is solar winds all day. It put us up into the red, so that was very intense. Many hot flushes through the body. Could be experiencing that all the way through into the equinox on the 22nd, where it is, you know, equal day and night. Fall equinox in the northern hemisphere and spring equinox in the southern hemisphere. So it's all about this balance. I feel like this energy, when we're already in it, is going to build and culminate. This could be a realization of clearing up confusion with the Pisces energy and the illusions and all of the things and the deception that's been going on in the human race. It also can be a time of heightened dream state. And so it rules and represents the 12th house. This is the area of life that can feel overwhelming. I said on my video earlier today for the daily dose, you know, the alpha and the omega, beginning and the end, but really there is no beginning and end. Only from the earth plane in this duality, it feels like it, right? The death and rebirth, but really it's just a continual energy. And that is with the fish, you know, it's one swimming up, one swimming down, and there's a cord in between. So very important for all of us to make sure we have healthy boundaries, especially if you have a lot of water in your chart. And at the time of this full moon, its ruling planet, its current one, which is Neptune, the old one used to be Jupiter, so you can still utilize that, whichever astrology you follow. The planet of Neptune is also in its home sign, so I feel like it's going to be powerful, emotional. I think for some of us, we'll have this huge realization of the illusions that we've all been living, the things that were not true, coming into maybe a full culmination of awareness of kind of this time. You know, the whole pandemic has backfired on those that propagated it, because it's really been a divine intervention of such ludicrous, complete batshit crazy things happening on the earth plane with humans for control and domination. But it's caused a lot of people to go inner and have a realization that what they're trying to make us fear is death, and that there is no death. So for many of us, it's causing this awakening, and it's kind of backfired. For some of us, you can feel that energy of people in fear of something unseen, of something that's not tangible, which is the death energy of us shedding our bodies and going back to the oneness of spirit. So that's the duality and kind of the energy that could be highlighted or coming into a culmination. I feel with it being the equinox just a couple days after, with the heightened Schumann resonance spiking and this integration of light, and also this culmination with the full moon energy, that it's going to cause another wave of mass awakening of people that maybe have not been, you know, shook free of the illusions of separation, of fear, of death, of all the low vibrations. So for some people, it can create an energy of getting lost and getting overwhelmed in this energy and going down the rabbit hole. So check on your friends, make sure everybody's okay. We are going to read the Sabian symbol, and when we do this, we round up to the 29th degree. And I'm reading from my beautiful Sabian symbol book, and I'm super hot right now as we speak. The Schumann resonance is spiking currently right now. So the Sabian symbol for this full moon is a prism. Not prison, prism. The key word is validation. The theme for this full moon is analysis. The symbol speaks to the delicate interplay between the parts and the whole of a thing, and it alludes to the fact that changing or altering a part can affect the ability of the whole to function effectively and maintain its stability. The image of a prism suggests looking at things and events from a different angle. It illustrates the process of analysis, or the attempt to understand how things work and what they can do. So this is a huge time for many of us. Like I said, it's going to cause another mass awakening to where people are waking up and going, you know what? This whole last year and a half, we've been fed all this propaganda. I have stepped back, perhaps maybe through meditation. I got to put my hair up. I'm too hot, guys. Pardon me. And I'm gaining some clarity, and I'm maybe going to look at a different perspective and maybe see what's truly happening here. So this is cool. So the implication here is that any whole can be interpreted through its parts. So we're all connected, right? It's the one fish swimming up, the one fish swimming down, and this thread, this cord in between of every human, every earth dweller is connected. And we've been in the earth plane in this duality. In the Pisces age, they fueled upon that, and we've seen that ramp up over the last year or two, you know, of the fear, domination, separate, divide, conquer. So many people are going to continue to wake up. The implication here is that any whole can be interpreted through its parts, or that every part can be used as a tool to accurately measure the potential of the whole. In many ways, this degree refers to the scientific process and its goal of being able to understand, predict, and control. The positive aspect of this degree is, at its highest, this symbol represents keen judgment and highly developed analytical skills. So our ability to calm the monkey mind, to take that Virgo, Mercury-ruled intellect, to sink it down into the heart receptive energy of this water, full moon in Pisces, to be guided, to be balanced, the yin, the yang, the feminine, the masculine, to come into this oneness and this harmony that has the opportunity for all of us to shift our perspectives, to see things from a different angle, to have this realization in the Pisces energy of there is no death, there is no ending, there is no beginning, and that can be changing a perspective of taking somebody out of fear and putting them in the vibration of eternal love, right? We'll see how it goes. So on the negative aspect of this, it's intellectual vanity and or psychological manipulation. So you may see and experience over this full moon in Pisces energy, those that keep trying to manipulate become, and it's all been psychological warfare, right? To see maybe a culmination, maybe we could see some more things coming out of the truth to the light, the darkness to light. Maybe we'll see an amplification of psychological manipulation that we've been in it for years. So it's going to be this, there's always this duality, right? There's always a higher and a lower aspect of every sign because we are on the earth plane. It's all about how we utilize and work with this energy. Today, the ascent is on analysis, so a processing. And I've been saying this, I just said it on my energy daily dose today. Stillness, meditation, cleansing your aura through whether a salt bath or getting by the ocean or a body of water will really help us cleanse, purify, let go of the baggage, let go of the low vibrations of fear. The planet's not even supporting it anymore with the as above, so below, and the resonance raising and rising, our awareness raising into this Christ consciousness divinity, right? So you could find yourself perplexed about some condition or situation, or wondering how to validate a hunch you have. I've been saying this. With your analytical mind, don't overprocess. Drop down into your heart, trust your intuition, and that is where the true analysis can happen, where you can gain clarity and listen to your gut, your God-given intuition, and that will be your validation through your meditation, right? To gain clarity on which way with this prism energy, because the prism energy to me is like multifaceted, seeing the layers that's happening on the earth plane right now and gaining some clarity with that and shifting our perspectives. The opportunity with this full moon is your greatest advantage lies in being objective and using your reason. Not if you really stop for a minute and drop out of the fear and into your heart. 2 and 2 ain't equaling 4 with everything that's going on. Break things down into small parts that are easy to analyze. Look at each things. Look at how each thing affects the other and how the parts reflect the whole. Pay attention to the detail. The risk with this full moon energy is guard against the temptation to use your knowledge to take unfair advantage or manipulate others for personal gain. And we're seeing this purge of that right now, right? As we have this Saturn and Uranus ongoing square that will come to its final and third exact in December. It's this water energy of riding the waves out. We feel the storm brewing and coming into this full culmination towards the end of the year, like we feel it right now. So this is the perfect time to sit in your stillness, to gain your clarity, to trust your intuition, as we see the Saturn restrictive energy squaring with Uranus energy, which is change, because things that we were doing in the past as a human race have not been working. The Saturn wants to control the authority, the government, the top down. Uranus wants innovation, change, shift. That's what we're in this calm in the beginning phases of a really strong storm that's coming in December, when those two planets come into another third and final square. So guard against the temptation to use your knowledge to take advantage or manipulate others for personal gain. The stepping stones for this full moon in Pisces are analysis of the whole through the parts, perspectives, measurement, scientific process, verification, certification, confirmation. So this could be just something that comes to you in your stillness time and go, oh my God, that's the confirmation, and that validation that I seeked was right here within me the whole time. Insight, intelligence, vision, comprehension, cognition, perception, discrimination, discretion, and spectrum. So looking at everything through this lens of taking your rose-colored glasses off, seeing a different perspective, stepping back a little bit, trusting your intuition, going for some of the answers that you may have been seeking as we move our way into this full moon in Pisces energy. You know, the Pisces energy is very compassionate, intuitive, but you have to know where your energy ends and somebody else begins, because you can become enmeshed. And the lower vibration of Pisces is not trusting their intuition. Uh-oh, my husband might be home, so I might have to start recording this and part it together. So not trusting your intuition and being enmeshed in a codependency with other people. I'm going to end this part with showing you this beautiful image of the Pisces energy. I feel this green energy of very heart chakra, trusting your intuition and balancing out that analytical mind with the sun in Virgo, because the Virgo wants to analyze everything, process everything, plan everything. And it's beneficial for all of us right now to surrender, to flow, to gain our spiritual muscles through stillness and tapping into our spiritual essence, embodying it on the earth plane and taking that forward. So this is part one of our Pisces full moon energy. I'll come back with some cards. I send this to you guys with so much love. Shalom, shalom. Look forward to part two, please.